They call him the King of Dancehall. But what's the truth behind Crown? 12 kids, secret love stories, underground garages, global backlash, and whispers of redemption. From controversies that nearly ended him to a Kingston mansion that holds more than memories. Beanie Man's real life is deeper than you ever imagined. Stay till the end, because this story flips the script. The world knows the stage persona, the doctor, the girl's dem sugar, the king of the dance hall. But what the world rarely sees is the man behind the crown, the houses that echo his laughter, the woman who holds his heart, and the wealth that only scratches the surface of a journey steeped in glory and grind. It begins with his home, a Caribbean castle carved into the hills of Kingston, standing not as a monument to wealth, but as a memoir in brick and stone. This is no generic mansion built to impress realtors. No, Beanie Man's residence is architectural poetry, the kind of place where high wooden doors whisper secrets of success as they open, and Hotaba floors shine like polished mahogany stories under the golden Kingston sun. The ceilings stretch tall like aspirations he never abandoned. Inside, every square inch speaks of elegance blended with humility. A chef's kitchen that tells tales of feasts hosted for friends and family. A wine cooler that chills bottles as rare as his verses. A hot tub that knows the warmth of his laughter. His backyard is not just a poolside. It's a sanctuary, a retreat where reggae legends and rising stars toast a life beside aquamarine waters, while steel drums hum in the background. The layout, intentional and inclusive, caters not only to his lifestyle, but to the comfort of those he loves. Single-story serenity means no stairs to climb, just straight paths to every memory. The children's bedrooms are tucked away in a private wing, designed to muffle the world and cradle dreams. Even the security is royal. Beneath the home lies a guarded underground garage, a chamber of horsepower and prestige, where mechanical beasts rest under fluorescent lights. Among them purrs a white Mercedes-Benz GLS 450, a cherry of steel and velvet worth over $100,000, wrapped in custom rims and the scent of new beginnings. Not far from it, a gleaming BMW 4 Series convertible sits like a statement in motion, sleek as its flow, smooth as it transitions from roots reggae to hardcore dancehall. This isn't just transportation. This is a declaration, a lifestyle on wheels, a movement that doesn't stop when the music fades. But behind all the flashing lights and cameras that chases fame, there is a quieter truth. Moses Anthony Davis is a father, not to one or two or even five, but to 12. 12 children scattered like constellations across the sky of his legacy. Each child carries a piece of his rhythm, a piece of his past, a portion of his present. Their names may not all headline news stories, but they headline his heart. And parenting for Beanie Man isn't just about name recognition. It's about presence. It's about showing up at recitals, whispering advice into the ears of teenage sons, and wiping tears from daughters' cheeks. It's about making room in his chaotic schedule for school meetings, birthdays, and quiet moments that never make the news. The complexity of his personal life has always kept the tabloids fed and the public intrigued. His relationship with D'Angel, whose real name is Michelle D'Angel Downer, was the kind of love story that gripped the Caribbean like a soap opera. They were music royalty, two stars colliding in brilliance and flames. Their marriage, celebrated on August 22, 2006, was short but thunderous. Within a year, they separated. Yet even in their heartbreak, art prevailed. Their duet single, You Are My First, released in March 2010, reminded the world that love may falter, but music remembers. Their eventual divorce in 2019 closed one chapter. But the connection, at least in artistry, lingered on. But the road of Beanie Man's love life was never without detours. Whispers swirled of other partners, of secret romances, of complicated entanglements, each one adding another verse to the ever-evolving ballad of his heart. Yet in 2025, one name continues to emerge with a different weight. Camille Lee, a woman known not for being in the spotlight, but for holding Beanie's gaze when the lights dimmed. Their bond, quieter than the storms of past relationships, has sparked speculation that perhaps, after all the heartbreaks, he has found not just a lover, but peace. And still, the world asks, how much is the King of Dancehall really worth? It's easy to throw around numbers, to speak of net worths hovering around $6 million or more. But no amount of money can capture the value of the life he built. Beyond the royalties, beyond the streams, beyond the sold-out shows, lies something rarer: respect. And that kind of currency never depreciates. His financial empire stretches past music. He owns Sima Seafood and Lounge, a hotspot in Jamaica that blends cuisine with culture. He launched his own record label, flipping his microphone into a megaphone for rising talent. He's dabbled in acting, proving that his talent is not limited to rhythm but spills over into role-playing, storytelling, and entrepreneurship. For every stage he set on fire, there's a quiet boardroom where he's made shrewd decisions, turning performance into profit. But perhaps his most valuable contribution doesn't sit in a bank account or glisten in his garage. It breathes in the lives he's changed. Through the Beanie Man Foundation, established in July 2018, Moses Anthony Davis has become a lighthouse for those navigating stormy seas. When Haiti cried for help in 2021 amidst political unrest and disaster, his foundation partnered with the Organization for Human Rights to send medical supplies. In 2024, he returned to his roots, donating school fees and book vouchers to 70 students at Pembroke Hall High School, the very institution that once shaped him. For Beanie Man, giving isn't a press release. It's a principle. It's the heartbeat of his fame. But don't let the act of kindness fool you into forgetting the controversies that once threatened to dim his crown. There were lyrics, raw, unfiltered, and undeniably offensive, that triggered backlash from LGBTQ+ communities worldwide. In 2004, Beanie Man was disqualified from the MTV Video Music Awards. The United Kingdom canceled his concert. Heathrow Airport became a place of detention instead of a destination, and the court of public opinion turned its gavel on him. Though he issued apologies, some felt it was too little, too late. Others argued for freedom of artistic expression. The conversation spiraled. Still, Beanie Man remained unflinching, navigating the storm with the stubborn resilience of a man who has weathered worse. And worse did come. The verbal sparring with King Yellowman, a foundational pillar of dancehall, erupted when Beanie Man referred to himself as the King of the Dancehall, a title Yellowman had long claimed as his own. What followed wasn't just a battle of words. It was a generational clash, one that exposed the fragile egos behind larger-than-life personas. Yellowman accused Beanie Man of disrespect, not just for title theft, but for mocking his physical condition. The dancehall world watched, divided. Beanie Man didn't flinch. But in the underbelly of that feud was a revelation. Even kings bleed when their thrones are questioned. Yet despite the scars, despite the chaos, despite the media's attempt to rewrite his story with ink-stained judgment, Moses Anthony Davis has stood tall. In the world of dancehall, where careers often burn fast and fade quicker, his longevity is almost mythical. And even now, in 2025, he's not fading, he's evolving. He still takes the stage with a swagger that ignites arenas. He still releases music that pulses through street speakers and nightclub walls. He still dances with the rhythm of Kingston's heartbeat. He remains a legend not because he's perfect, but because he's real. So what is the lifestyle of Beanie Man in 2025? It is opulence draped in humility. It is luxury wrapped in laughter. It is hardship worn like a medal. It is a house in Kingston that doubles as a kingdom, a garage filled with machines that roar, a heart filled with children, a love that flickers but doesn't fade, and a career that rewrote the rules of what it means to be a Jamaican icon. Moses Anthony Davis has not just lived, he has endured. He has danced through fire, sung through storms, loved through heartbreak, and risen above every force that tried to pull him down. And as the cameras zoom in on his mansion, his cars, his children, and his crown, one truth becomes undeniable. The King of Dancehall is not just a title. It's a destiny he chose, a life he earned, and a legacy he refuses to let go. Now that you've seen the man behind the music, the father behind the fame, and the fighter behind the crown, what shocked you the most? Was it the quiet generosity, the unapologetic resilience, or the chapters the media rarely talks about? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk legacy, redemption, and what really makes a king. And if you want more stories that cut deeper than headlines and remind us why legends don't fade, they evolve, hit that subscribe button. The next one might just change how you see your favorite icons forever.